I found out what that shit is, and I'm like, actually,
Abkoloflu varmış onun.
კონკრეტულად ხო ორი შვილი ყავს, აგერ მესამესაც ჩვენ ამერიკაში. ასეთი იყო, ხო?
Generatives about 7 years ago. That's when I first arrived at the new school. And then around 2019, 2020, we started seeing projects, we started bringing project tools which have emerged. But before even I go there, I kind of feel like we come together because we are thinking about fundamentally the way it's represented is in various reports, like McKinsey and some of you call it more like on the strategic part of fashion. Now they've produced a number of different reports, and they are this is a search from early 2020, a byproduct by both the industry, because we've had Metaverse Week and now we have AI fashion, so I think there is definitely a little bit of branding here and how this appears to be. But it was actually generate the whole it was based as a campaign. So this is another a glimpse of that. And as we talk about fashion out there, there's been some brands, Levi and others, who have actually started to use these kind of modeling opportunities, identifies emerging trends. Who does not want to know the emerging trends? And I could say, well, we're in the best location in the world about emerging trends. New York City, where life and culture and melting pot like converges, and so you can see it. You are oftentimes. It's interesting to me, this collaboration, because one, it comes from in the university setting, but in this ecosystem of innovation. But they ultimately decide to pay attention to some things, and that's why the prompts are imperfect. And that again, you have a prompt, you can then improve on your prompt, you can also bring your own sketch here, and if the computer was responsive a little bit, we actually thought that you may sketch something and I can bring it in, but for the purposes of time, I'm just gonna do this myself here. And yeah, you can, it starts free, but then it goes, that's a whole nother layer from like just looking at it from a perspective purely of visual, which we know we can do like images, reference images, and again, this idea of, I think that we saw from early on, from places like Valentino to like a small designer, just optimizing that whole workflow in that process. So this is a refabric, all in the short form, and that is partly because it's generative AI. And so if you prompt it again, even with the same language, it likely will give you a different. On the other hand, even before we go to Azure, because I want to kind of stop here for a moment, it's really kind of like empowering. There are, there's a lot of people who couldn't enter before because of the lack of the tools or lack of content, lack of access to the tools, and not able to be articulate. You cannot walk in a job, in a career interview in 2 years without being able to articulate that from the point of the industry you're entering, a sense of what's taking place today.
这个刚有个打字网站。